I'm no stranger to having there's multiple times on podcasts where I've admitted to just dark things. I'm no stranger to bathroom accidents because I just have blind confidence in my ability to read my body. So I'm like,
welcome back to Privy. Privy is a podcast about bathrooms recorded. I am at a returning location. It's the official name is Susie Q's.
Susie Q's.
Susie Q's, perfect. And I am joined by none other than Jude Crane.
Jude Crane.
Jude, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I spent all day with teenagers at the high school.
Okay.
So
that's got to be.
Yeah, it is what it is. I know what I'm getting into at this point. So.
Does that kind of recharge you? Like you extroverted or more introverted? Or does it just sap everything?
Most of the time it recharges me.
Okay.
But some of the students that I work with have a way of sapping you in a specific way. So,
that makes sense.
But yeah, we are kind of sort of meeting for the first time right now in the best context you could possibly meet a person. Tell me and those listening a little bit about who you are and where you're from and how you got to be sitting in this bathroom.
In this bathroom with you. It did strike me when I was just rolling this chair in how foreign it is to follow another person to the bathroom. It's never something that's clicked for me.
Right.
My name's Jude. I'm a brother of a guest that was previously on, Jerry.
Yes.
And he felt at liberty to share some of my privy stories, which really upset me. But I work for Susie Q's, the company bathroom that we're in, Kettle Corn. I deliver Tuesday through Friday all over Oregon. So
wow,
I'm going down to the California border, basically up to Washington.
Really?
And Eastern Oregon.
Oh man, I didn't realize you were delivering that far.
Yeah, a lot of miles. I've driven to the moon and back in miles. Or maybe not back. I think back.
At least to the moon.
But at least I've gotten to the moon.
Dang, that's crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
Wow, I knew you did the deliveries because with you do the on route with Jude on your guys' show, and I'm like, I guess I thought it was so local. I knew that, but man, I bet you have some tales. Then that makes sense.
I do, yeah. Weird. They had not recently, which is upsetting, but and they're usually local. They're usually, usually
they all happen close to home,
except the very outliers. But they're usually around town.
Wow. So delivering, have you? Because you guys haven't been doing Susie. How long have you all? I know Jerry told me, but my memory is super good.
That's great that we're on this together because mine also super good.
How long have y'all been doing Susie Q's?
About 2 years.
2 years,
give or take, but about 2 years.
So what were you doing before Susie Q's had you delivering?
Catering mostly.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So and it was in high school, so I didn't do a ton.
Cool.
But and we still do the catering side. Yeah. So my father also is that food guy. Catering.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I have eaten it many times. Both. It was funny. I was at a company. I guess it was a breakfast. He did breakfast for us.
Yeah, we do a lot.
And I grab my plate and get ready to go through, and it's just your dad standing there. And I had bummed a seat in his shop so many times playing D&D with your brother.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's Mr. Crane. He just, hey.
Yeah.
It was one of those small world. I don't know. Salem's pretty big. It's so I was like, wow, this is weird. I'm part of this thing.
This is weird for me now, in a good way.
Hey,
because you've existed in my mind, but in a distant space that's in reach, but without never really met you. I've seen you. I've heard about you.
I've been told that distant reach is the preferred area of interacting with a lot of what I do.
That's good.
No. Well, cool. So. And you just got back from a trip. I don't know the extent of it. If you are able to share, if you can share, I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, I just got back from a Mexico missions trip with the school that I graduated from.
Okay, cool.
I wasn't planning on going. I had gone once before, either my sophomore or junior year.
Yeah.
But then I was just at church one day, and my friend Matt, who is my old Bible teacher, and he kind of heads the group on the school side, just was like, "What are you doing over spring break?" you want to go to Mexico? I was like, yeah, I do.
That's awesome.
So we went down the week of spring break.
Yeah.
And we were working inside the same church that I had been to previously.
Oh, wow.
Well, right beside of it.
Yeah.
But same people. And we were like painting inside.
Yeah.
When I first got there, the rundown was like, I got to be a team leader.
Yeah.
Because I was older than most of the people there. But then they're like, you're going to get scaffolding on Wednesday. I was like, okay, I've never done that before. I've never put together scaffolding. And they're like, and we need you to paint the ceiling, which is like 20 feet up. Terrified of heights. It doesn't sound like a lot when I say it out loud.
No,
20
it's
feet.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like my greatest piece of safety equipment was just my fanny pack that I would clip onto the ladder. And it made you feel so much safer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The plastic clip.
Never got the scaffolding. So there was we got one piece of like,
oh my goodness,
4 metal pipes that had one part on the top that connected them.
Yeah.
So it's this awkward trapezoid
that
we're standing on and reaching up to paint the ceiling. We got half the ceiling, and then we're like, we're going to dedicate our team's manpower to finish another task.
Yeah.
Because this one can't get done.
Yeah,
we just couldn't get the second half. But everyone else did super great. Like we put up a few walls. We built like a whole room. Or they put up the walls for it. They put up doors.
Yeah.
And then we painted the outside.
Okay.
In just the most like, it's got to be toxic paint. Like,
oh really?
This is oil paint.
Oh yeah.
So it like takes forever to wash off. But we were double cupped red Cello cups.
Yeah.
And about halfway through painting one of the rails, I pull up the inner cup it's completely dissolved.
No way.
So like there's the equivalent of probably 7 red Cello cups from all the people on the rails of that church.
Oh my goodness.
Dissolved into the like black
because
latex
the paint is
just ate right through it.
What?
It's terrible. And it gets all over your hands. And you have to use like very gently rinse it off. It was a real experience.
Is that just like that's just the paint they had going on? I guess it's just the paint
they had going on. It's probably not that bad. I gotta stop hitting.
You're fine. So my like recording studio away from home is my church's bathroom down in Albany, and the fan is the most insane fan that a church bathroom, any bathroom. I mean, so like this one you can hear it, but you not really. It's just, I mean, it sounds like a game system when the thing's clogged with too much. It's awful.
Like an old PS2 or Xbox
360 it's terrible. And so like, you know, the bumps and wiggles are just like, here we are. Yeah. We're in a bathroom.
Yeah.
So paint was, and you said it was a church that y'all were.
Yeah. Sweet. Gosh darn, I'm blanking on the name. Great people. I got to meet the pastor again, who remembered me from like years from ago from high school. And
that's cool.
It was a great opportunity.
What part of Mexico?
Mexicali.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know anything about it.
That's as much as I can tell you. Right next to Baja California, Mexico.
Oh, okay. So it's like right near the border.
Yeah, right near the border.
Okay. Wow.
And wow. Normally, the last day we go to like San Felipe, just 2 hours southwest-ish.
Yeah.
I could be totally getting that wrong too, but there was like some risky movement, just with like violence around that area. Ooh. So we didn't do the San Felipe.
Oh man,
the beach.
Yeah.
We just went to like Chinatown.
That's the excitement, though. You know.
Yeah.
Were any of you were like, come on, but like, let's go over there.
Desperately. Yeah. I was like, I recognize it'd be a terrible decision. He's got a bunch of high school kids and some middle schoolers. Yeah. But also, it's a beautiful beach.
Yeah. That's fair. Wow, that's cool. Did y'all drive or did y'all?
We drove.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it like a bus situation?
There were 2 buses. Like there were the vans I drive.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like very familiar, which was nice. I didn't do any of the driving, thank goodness.
That's good.
You
do enough of it.
I do enough of it, yeah. And I don't want the liability of a bus full of children.
Teens.
Yeah.
Go faster.
And then there were 2 more like volunteer family.
Yeah.
And man, one of them was scary.
Yeah.
Sketchy. Just because. I'll just say on the way back, I ended up in one of kind of like the auxiliary vehicles, and we're going north, right? Because we're leaving Mexico, and somehow we get turned around and we end up on I-5 South.
Oh no!
Yeah, for like a good amount of time. Super nice person who was driving, but easily got turned around. So
wow.
A few times we got lost and had to regroup.
Dang! Wow. Did and then like so anytime there's like a passenger vehicle with more than 5 in it. My thought, and it's just me staying on with the whole bathroom thing, is the bathroom situation. You're either stopping too much or immediately after you start to drive, somebody has to go.
Yeah.
Is it just...
absolutely.
Perfect.
We're leaving at 5 a.m, and at 5:45, someone's like, "We gotta pull over. I gotta
get it sorted out."
I know.
I don't get it. I don't know. I'm like, sometimes I think people, it's just in their brain. Like, I know it's not, because I'm not going to tell them what their bladder's doing. Yeah. But it's like, you knew this.
How did you not know?
Yeah, like, you forecast a little bit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, induce the anxiety of being in the car early so that way we can get it out of the way. But I don't know if that's a thing. I'm not a...
I don't know. I expect people to do it. I want people to do it, but I don't know if I actually can.
I desire
hold them up to that standard. maybe humanity just isn't there yet.
In so many ways we are not. Like I said, I'm at the high school, and it's these kids. It's like the bell schedule has not changed in years.
But somehow.
And they're so angry every time. It's like, well, class just started. Have a seat. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, well, dude, what'd you do for your 40-minute lunch? I don't know what to tell you. And then they're just angry.
Yeah, I didn't have to go then.
Yeah, I didn't have to go then. That's my favorite. It's like, well, you can hold it for a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anything else that's like just crucial Jude Crane?
Well, crucial Jude Crane.
Here we go. Yeah.
Oh man, I love lasagna. That's a pretty crucial part of my identity. I'm a huge fan of lasagna.
Loves
and
it.
casserole.
Okay. What's your like best casserole?
Oh, that's so hard.
Uh-oh.
So
or you can do top 3. That's fine too.
I can do that. Yeah. Easy. They're all my mom's.
Okay.
Tater tot casserole.
Okay.
Poppy seed chicken.
Oh, okay.
Which usually is a reaction I get. People aren't. I guess it's not super common.
I guess I don't think of it as a casserole, but
Yeah. But it's got, breadcrumbs on top.
Okay.
Cream of
it's
mushroom.
got the mix-ins for it.
Yeah, very good. And then like cream of mushroom casserole. Something else my mom makes.
Okay.
And those are just...
Yeah, tater tot casserole, it's just good.
Green beans, ground beef.
Yeah.
It's just like eating... It's kind of an excuse to eat gravy. That might just also be my mom's, but it's like we found a way to just make it socially acceptable to have a big old Pyrex pan of gravy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man. That's the stuff.
Yeah. And to tie up like the Mexico thing, we did the first half was work at the church.
Okay.
And the second half of every day was like a VBS. So we'd go out.
Awesome.
And we did like a play. We did a song.
That's so fun.
Songs. Yeah. It was really great to work with the kids.
Yeah, the kids. I mean, I did one trip like that in college, and we didn't have a formal VBS planned, but it just kind of like impromptu happened every night, and that was so much better than what we went there for. Like, we enjoyed building the house, but man, like this kids, you just get the soccer ball out there and you get a couple people playing guitars, and they're having a blast. So
dang, they're good at soccer though.
It's insane. Like and then there's me. They're like, run, get it. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I guess I will.
Got a lot of bruises.
Yeah. Okay, so big fan of lasagna, big fan of casseroles. And have you always? I know you do D&D with your brother. Mm-hmm. Have you always been a D&Dsman, or have you has that been a later adapt?
As early as I could be.
Really?
Yeah, because it existed in a similar space to you in my mind. I knew it existed. I'd never seen it.
Yeah.
I knew one of my family members knew them. Like my dad had played D&D when he was younger.
Yeah.
It was just in that kind of ethereal nothingness.
Yeah.
And then one day my brother was like, I really want to do this, because he had watched Critical Role.
Okay.
And this was probably like 2015, like hovering around 2015 or earlier.
Yeah.
And so he talked to my dad, and my dad was like, yeah, I don't care if you play it.
That's probably oddly when I met your brother. Like,
it's got to be, around that era.
Wow. Okay. Huh.
And then I've just been...
So you were diving in then.
I'm diving in. And I was... Well, shoot. That's 8 years ago. I'm 21. I was young.
Yeah.
Because I started in 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're hooked. No. Was that like... I'm trying to think of what was that like being in middle school and I guess high school, and like... Because to me, D&D, I didn't even know what it was until I got to college. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. I like... Because my parents are a little bit older, and they kind of skipped it. Mm-hmm. And so I knew it existed, but to me it was like that thing at the board game card store.
Yeah.
And
you never really got into it.
I never...
It was pretty big. I mean, it shaped my senior project. My whole senior project was using D&D as a ministry and for children who've like been through trauma. Like,
Yeah.
it's therapy, tabletop role playing. Yeah. So, which was
awesome.
At a private Christian school, there were a few of the teachers I was really looking to change the mind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if I succeeded, but at least one of them.
Were they pretty, I mean...
So, like, I was allowed to talk about it. There was no, like, truly satanic panic. Like, don't mention the dragons or anything.
Well, because, I mean, at Corbin, they can take it up with me if they want. But we couldn't call it D&D.
Oh, really?
Well, we could, but we couldn't use Dungeons and Dragons because it could offend people.
Yeah.
And so I remember, I think Aaron, it was like ding-dongs and something. I don't even remember.
Oh, dinglings and doorknobs.
That was probably it.
I remember Jerry talking about it.
Yeah, that's what that... To my understanding, that's where that name came from. Because we were not allowed
to use D&D.
To evoke the name of a game was too much.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah. The dragons might show up themselves.
It's been pretty influential for me.
Yeah. That's cool.
And I'm a big supporter of not having a stigma around it.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like the using it for kind of therapeutic is fascinating because that's the demographic of teens that I for some reason have found myself with all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's I've never ventured out to do D&D with them because it's like whoo-wee. But I can definitely see the value. That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm definitely biased because like high school wasn't great for me.
Yeah.
So being able to go with my brother, who's like family, close friends, people you can confide in, and then be extra vulnerable by having to be yourself, but also, and then some, and then you're also being this, trying to genuinely be this other person you've created.
Yeah.
And I was playing like a paladin, so I was really like D&D. I can unabashedly say like helped me. Maybe I should phrase this better, just to make sure no theologians are like D&D provided an outlet to really positively affect like my spiritual life.
Yeah. No, that's.
And like my social life and my relationship with my brother has like improved vastly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, the theologians will be fine.
Yeah, I just want to say D&D has helped my spiritual life. Like it has provided an outlet for then me to grow closer with the people around me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool. So like you said, one of the things that kind of got us connected is your brother shared some stories.
That's right.
And I don't know, I don't know if the way I think Jerry put it to me was that either he had misrepresented something, and I don't know if that was I don't know what it was, but he said, hey, Jude needs to
say his piece.
Yeah, he needs to have his say on this. So feel free to share any and all bathroom stories that you're willing to. And your brother went, brought you into it, so you might as well bring him into it if you want.
Yeah. Well, that's the bummer.
He is outside the door.
Well, yeah, he's outside the door and he could beat me up because he's 2 times my size. But no, the real issue is he's only got like the one super embarrassing one.
Yeah.
And when he tells it, I can't really use it against him. I don't even remember why I was upset. I just remember hearing that like I didn't know you had a podcast. My brother was on it, so I listened to his episode, and I just remember thinking like, he's taking my it's like stolen valor.
This is my thing.
This is my stolen valor for privy stories.
Yeah,
but I think the one he told was about me being on the road.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Filling my drawers.
Well, now see, he mentioned it, but I think he kind of teased me.
Teased around it. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm no stranger to having like there's multiple times on podcasts where I've admitted to just dark things. I'm no stranger to bathroom accidents because I just have blind confidence in my ability to read my body. So I'm like, this is just this, and then I'll go for it, and it wasn't just that. There's a little care package, but I'm driving home through the pass, from Eastern Oregon, and I've been fine all day.
Yeah.
Like no stomachache in the morning. None of that. I had yogurt for breakfast. I had like a great day.
Yeah.
And
it's a start to a good day.
It's a start to a great day. And I'm in the privacy of my sanctum, which is my vehicle, my little fleet van. And I feel, gastrointestinal system, things are doing their job. And I've got to just release.
Yeah.
And I'm in a safe space, and so I do. And I'm just completely blindsided by the betrayal of my body.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just filled my drawers.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there in silence, just thinking like, I'm 7 years old. I haven't been in this situation So I had to pull up at a roadside stop called, like, Sloppy.
Of course.
Yeah, it's literally called, like, Frothy Cone or something.
Oh, my
roadside.
gosh.
Yeah, it's the most, like, little dingy. So I get up and I crawl into the back of the van and I break down boxes. Cone. Yeah. I'm placing boxes over the windows of the van.
Oh, my gosh.
And just in my shame.
Yeah.
You know, in my shame and medical bag with, you know, some wet wipes in it. I take care of myself. And then I get home after... I have yet to reveal this. This can be a Privycast exclusive.
Oh, here we go.
I dumped the pants. No pun intended.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? In the dumpster.
Just...
Frothy.
Oh, no.
Frothy cone or whatever.
So then, wait. So at that point, this is... are you, like... Are we going completely nude down?
I've got a sweater on.
Okay.
With a hood pulled in.
Perfect. Hey, it'll get the job done.
Yeah.
All right.
And when I got home, I just... immediate miracle. I thought I get in an emotional whiplash as I pull into the shop because I see my brother and Dave there. And I'm thinking, I got to explain to these guys, you know, my shame. And so I roll down the window and I go, hey, I'm not feeling great. Could you roll the door up for me? This is when we were taking the van inside the shop. So they did, and then they left. And I just waited till they were gone. And then I swung open the side door. and just my two little pale legs, because the sleeves only come up just past like my knees. So I jump out. Take care of the rest of my situation.
Wow.
I'm certain every time.
Yeah.
I just got to a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it's not.
And then it's
so much more. And it's so much worse.
Oh my goodness. And like I've had other folks who have like, I've been driving and and there's something about, to me, I've never had while driving, but there must be some level of panic of like, I'm still navigating and now I have whatever's happening I have to deal with.
Yeah, my biggest fear was legitimately immediately, man, I don't know why, but I hope I don't get pulled over. Like, I don't know why I would get pulled over, but I've never in my life been more certain this is when it's going to happen. I'm going to get pulled over for some dumb thing.
It might as well be now.
Yeah. And then the cop's just going to be like,
I need you to get out of the car.
Or it's just as bad if he's like, oh, my bad, your plates are fine. It's just, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, please.
No, wait, arrest me anywhere.
I'll go anywhere. Just take me anywhere but here.
Take me somewhere with clean pants.
Or that somebody would... Because we didn't have the magnets on yet. I don't even know if we do now. Yeah. So it's just a dirty white van that pulls into an empty parking lot in the back corner near the dumpsters. So it's also reasonable to think someone's going to like knock or something. And I'm
suspicious behavior.
Yeah. And it's so hot, man. It's summer day.
Yeah.
I got to look like a crazy person. Like, I got to look like Gollum.
Yeah.
For the unfortunate soul that may glance through the windshield. It's like...
What's he doing, Dad?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's dumping...
it's a dangerous business.
Do you have like a go-to spot on your like...
For like restroom breaks?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's paramount. I've never asked any like delivery drivers or even like truckers, but you have to have like a spot.
Right. Where is, I mean, unless it's like, you know, because you don't want them to steal it, but where is like your go-to zones?
Giving away secrets.
Yeah.
I never use the rest stop in the pass.
Okay.
It's the San Diego Pass, but there is one campsite area you pull off to, and it's not nicer, but it's totally secluded.
Yeah.
So if you're ever going through at like 4 to 5:30 is when I'm actually going through in the morning on Thursdays, and so it's just a perfect like. There's a window to the side, and you can look out and just see the stars if it's not overcast.
Wow!
So it's a very privileged,
that's awesome
position.
Wow!
But then there's like certain markets of choice that I'll go to because they have
market of choice is usually
doors.
Pretty good option. I feel like they're going to be clean most of the time.
It's always an adventure to have to find a new spot though.
Yeah.
Like, well, something's coming. I better. Yeah. I'm not going to make it to checkpoint B.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of just search.
You ever get locked out, like, because there's some places now where you got to ask the people for the code, punch it in,
the key and stuff.
Does that ever foul you up?
Foul me out?
Like you to me, and it's not like I get why they do it. It's their bathroom, but to me, it's like I've got a thing I got to do.
Yeah,
and I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to go do it and be done.
It definitely puts me on. To be like, to walk in, especially with just like a full bladder.
Yeah.
And you're like trying hard not to undo your belt just to give yourself some sense of relief. And you're like, I would love the bathroom key right now. And they're like, here you go. Let me fish around for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, wow, there's no bigger disappointment than getting like the bathroom key that's always tied to some guy's arm or a broomstick. Yeah. And then you get in and it's just the most like dingy murder scene.
It's like, why do you care so bad about this one?
If this is the state that it's being left in, do we really need to have the key?
You're spot on. And my wife and I we make a trip to Idaho every Thanksgiving, sometimes more.
That's cool.
And the I want to say LeGrand, but there's a rest stop in LeGrand that we stop at, and that is that bathroom is never good. No, but it's the best one to go to because it's right there. It's easy. Yeah, and it's the dang key lock. They're saving it for someone.
There's a pilot in Medford where it's not because of the quality, but because it's just where it needs to be. Yeah. It's like, all right, here's where I stop.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I have some questions. If you at any point are like, oh, I actually do have another story, feel free to share. Yeah. And stop me. So few things, and I ask most people these is what type of toilet paper do you use at home, or what's your go-to if you have to pick? It looks like I've seen now what Jerry's picking here because his name's on the side. It's perfect. So, but what's your toilet paper of choice?
It would probably be just because of how easy I'm, kind of going I am in that regard. Just whatever's there. So Quilted Northern. Anything that's not one ply grocery store. Yeah. But here's something that kind of has to do with that. Yeah. I prefer wipes, obviously. Okay. If I can.
Like flushables or like, what are we... Okay.
There really are no flushable wipes. It's a giant scam. Right. Big wipe is...
They tell you it's
flushable, but it's not. But, you like... Use one wipe and toilet paper.
I'm listening.
Hybrid. That's my go-to method. Okay. Yeah.
Do you does that wipe just go in the trash usually?
If I'm in Mexico, yes. But I usually just get away with throwing it in the toilet because I only end up using like 2 or 3 tops.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you go in with the rough equipment, so like the Northern. Yeah. Or the Quilted Northern. Yeah. And then you right when you're reaching your limit, your pain threshold, that's when you come in with a wipe. And then, but you always finish dry. Okay. And then that's the system.
You have to build in the method.
To keep in a perfect world.
Wow. All right. Do you have a brand of wipe that you're...
Oh, there is one. It's Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes.
I just used those in Mexico because someone brought them.
Dude Wipes.
And they had like aloe vera or something on it. Okay. It was very cooling. It was a...
Oh my gosh. I'm going to keep that in mind because the teens in the college group, they're always trying to get me to eat something spicy. And so I'm going to keep that in mind because that might be the remedy because it's like, I don't want to do this. I know what's coming.
Yeah. A few things worse than like feeling, you got to go, but that it's going to like hurt.
It's going to be fire and razor blades. So on the dispenser, are you a folded over or a folded under?
Oh, over for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Why is that?
How I was raised.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 I don't get vehemently upset with the underside people, but we all have to grow up eventually, and I think it's time that some people act their age and put the toilet paper over.
Fix it. Yeah. Would you change? Like, if you went somewhere and saw, would you flip it over?
Yeah, I would.
You would.
I do in my own bathroom all the time.
Whoa. Okay, so who's the culprit though? Like,
I think it's my brother. Is he under as well?
I'm trying to remember. See,
it seems like something we would contend on.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I could be, but it's either my brother or my dad. Okay. Because it's in the bathroom we use the most.
Got it.
But I'll be sitting there and I'll think, oh, hey. I've even gotten pretty quick with like the little compressible middle piece and flipping it. Yeah.
I think, those always gave me anxiety because of the things it could. When I was little, we had one that didn't stay together and it would always like patoing and then go across the bathroom and I'm like, shoot, now I've got to figure this out. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So over.
Yeah. Has that been more common, or is under common?
Your reason is one of the better reasons, though. The thing. So over is more common, and I'm yet to like. I'm holding my peace, but a lot of people tell me that they go over for fear of jamming their finger, and I'm sitting here. I don't understand that. That's my like pushback. So that's why I've started to ask. Is like, okay, why? And if people say, well, I don't want to jam my fingers, I go, slow down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get like, but it's a wall. How much are you gonna jam your hand on it?
How much can you blame the inanimate object while you're reaching towards it?
Yeah, I've heard that so many times. I'm gonna jam my finger, and I'm like, I guess.
Has its benefits, I will say, because I just thought about if I'm on my phone, and then I've only got one hand available. If it's under, I can kind of push and it'll tear easier. Yeah. Whereas if it was over, I would just keep pulling. Yeah, and for me, like, the phone thing is exactly it. There's kind of a process of, like, I can find the wall and kind of, like, move around and find it. Where, it's the little things, you know? Yeah. Are you a bar soap or a liquid soap lad? Ooh. I don't know. I think bar soap.
Bar soap?
Yeah.
Really?
It's got grit.
Yeah.
If you get it with grit.
Yeah.
I guess liquid soap could have grit, too.
Do you seek out soap with grit?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if I'm using liquid soap, I don't want to use it without a loofah. Because I don't want to just, like, smear. But barred soap with grit or, like, with charcoal infused, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Ploy they're getting you with. It just feels better to wash with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Man.
And you don't drop it. Is easy.
Yeah, it's got like a sandpaper quality to your hands.
Yeah, it's the loudest thing.
Oh gosh, yeah. So the loofah, that's the administration like.
If it's liquid, it's got to be loofah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't. Do you just like freehand?
I'm a washcloth guy. Like, yeah, I've got like a rag essentially that it matches the towel. I'm married, so it matches the towel. It's that type of thing.
Okay.
But I know in college, like, I had, like, mismatched dish towels. It's like, yeah, that one's probably my wash rag now. And,
I forgot about wash rags entirely.
Yeah, but, man, loofah, that, I don't hear many people that go for the loofah
Loofahs
either.
Are great. Yeah. A nice compact loofah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Big fan. And draining them out is like...
Oh, see that?
You gotta, squeeze all the soap out. It's just satisfying.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's like a sponge. I don't think I've ever even handled a loofah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they that?
I mean, they're not that rare. I just don't ever remember it. Man,
I feel like I may have seen like just a headline that was like they're super unhygienic because bacteria stays in them. But I choose not to research that. But
they say that about like pretty much everything that lives in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point I read a thing that like the tanked water is dirtier than the actual toilet bowl, and I'm like, maybe. But do you see what goes in there? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Okay, so bar soap.
Bar soap.
Have you ever carved messages in the bar soap?
No.
Okay. It's a thing. People have said they've done
I remember Jerry's episode and being also so just weirded out by that. I destroyed so many bars of soap as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you'd set them down in the shower and you'd come back, wherever they were sitting had like, I really don't know why, but it probably had absorbed the most moisture. And then the bar of soap, which is normally hard, you can like, just like Play-Doh.
Oh, weird.
Like pull it off.
Oh,
there's a layer of soap, and it just eats away at the soap. And anytime I'd go into the shower, I'd be like, oh, I get to pick at the soap scabs on the...
Oh my gosh.
So I would just like, and it would go right down the drain, and I would just like scoop it off the bottom and then put it back. So another layer was
shaving your soap.
I was just wasting my family's soap.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was so satisfying.
Huh. Man, I know like, there's like kids that have this like soap cutting videos.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about?
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Where they'll cut it in one long and
my son gets on that
and...
every now and then. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm watching this guy cut soap. And I'm like, I don't know, whatever.
I refuse to watch it out of pride, but it is super like...
It's wise.
Yeah.
Watching it is... I can see where, there's something about like... I mean, like, I think like, whittling or like shaving wood like that, it is very satisfying. Therapeutic. I don't know what the right word is. What is your opinion on baths?
Oh man, I like them.
You like them?
I do.
Okay.
It's a luxury.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Do you just go right into the bath, or is there like a warm up process?
I rinse off first, for sure.
Very good.
Yeah, you got to rinse off, or else you're just
Yep, that's the only to me that's the only acceptable path forward with a bath is like we have to. It's kind of like the pool rules, you know, where it's like generally get yourself damp before you do this at least.
Just to get all the the outside dust.
And even if it's just a mentality thing, it's like I know I did that, so I can check this box for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. I
can't remember the last time I took a bath.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely in support of them.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you have a restaurant establishment that just fouls you up the absolute worst?
In terms of bathrooms?
Yeah, like the day when you walk into the place that the following afternoon or morning is going to be rough.
Ooh, man. Yeah, like Del Taco.
Okay, yeah.
Because I used to eat so much of it.
Yeah.
And I think the flavor of their hot sauce is good.
Okay.
And most of the times I just take hot sauce to get it spicy, but I like the flavor of their hottest one.
Yeah.
Like the Diablo.
Oh,
and so I would load burritos up with that.
So you go for the spice?
Yes. Big fan of spice, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're brave. I get scared.
I've pitched multiple times to my podcast boys to do buy the hot ones pack.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No. I can't the thought just stresses me out. I'm like I'm going to die. I might die.
I do have to mentally block out the future that exists after eating them. I just can't worry about that. But after that, it'll be great.
Oh no. Okay, so Del Taco, man,
and Sherry's, but also could be a product of when I was eating it because I would always go at like 12 to 2 in the morning, just with friends.
Yeah,
so that
it's all those berries,
and I would be eating like just pie and crepes.
Yep. Man, Sherry's good. It's been a while since I've had Sherry's. Okay, I don't hear Sherry's ever.
No,
so that's interesting. Yeah, have you ever taken a dark shower?
Oh, yes. I was so excited when this got brought up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the superior way to shower for sure.
I am convinced that is right.
It's such an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having the water there, but without seeing it very well. It sounds simple, but wow.
Yeah. So, so fan of dark shower. Mm-hmm. Have you ever taken done the orange in the shower? Like you take the orange and you just eat it, you peel it and then you just eat it like it's an apple.
No.
Like just because there's juice that normally you wouldn't do it because it's just a mess.
Yeah, but no consequences.
Shower, it's fine. There's no risk. All reward.
Wow. No, that's insane. Oh. I'm going to do that.
Okay. It's insane. I'm going to do it.
I'm a huge proponent of eating and drinking in the shower.
Yeah. What's like go-to snacks for the...
You got to have a canned soda. Yep. It's got to be cold enough to condensate. Yeah. Because that's what you want is when you're in the hot, piping, steaming hot shower to grab a cold can of Pepsi or something.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'd anything. Chips. As long as they're sitting on a rack outside the shower.
Don't they get wet?
Hey, all you got to do is not reach in so you're making a dropper with your hand. Yeah. If you go in flat, into the bag, pull one out, put it in your mouth.
Okay.
You can tell it gets wet. Like there's stuff on your fingers.
There's a little bit of technique to not sog the chips.
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't have the bag just straight up because then you're just pouring water into it.
I guess when I think I've had a couple and I imagine people like nestling them inside of like some sort of a holder and it's like in the shower. And I'm like, even if the water is not going in, it's going to be damp.
Yeah. I would never take it into the the premise.
Yeah.
With the sliding glass door.
Yeah. Do you sliding glass door. Distracted. Have you ever had snacks in the shower, big fan. Have you ever had a snack on the toilet?
Yeah.
It
used to be a big problem for me.
Really?
When we lived on Shamawa Road, we had this nice bathroom with 2 sinks and then a little wooden sliding door that separated the shower, bath, and toilet.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would keep a folding chair in one of the cupboards next to the sink so that if I had like a plate of food,
oh my gosh,
I could just set the folding chair up and set it there. And then I even brought my laptop in and I would just be like food, laptop, just chilling.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in case.
But also doing my business. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Were you just like watching movies or playing games?
I would just pull up YouTube. I would do whatever. Yeah. I just became a place to hang out.
Really?
There was something about the fan and the light, and it was just a relaxing place to be.
I agree. And
when you're younger with like 5 kids in the house, you just have a spot.
That's solace.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. So what did you ever have like something that's like, this is if I'm gonna go to the bathroom and have a snack, this is what I'm going for? If
I'm going to the bathroom, it's not chips. I don't want finger foods.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
But man, I was gonna say spaghetti. Anything you can eat with like a utensil.
Yes, lasagna.
Huge like a bowl of casserole. Pretty much anything I could get my hands on that I could use. I don't want a good snack, but they're worse. Like I would eat a sandwich, which I guess is a finger food.
I think as long as you time it right.
Yeah. It's just about, because you don't have to be eating throughout the whole experience. You can just get the food out of the way.
Huh. All right. Well, man, you've really adventured into some territory there. That's awesome. Have you ever performed a waffle stomp?
Oh man. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. So I don't know if it counts.
It probably does.
I think it feels like it does. I feel like I've been through the trenches.
If you feel like you did it, you probably did.
Yeah, because it wasn't like the stomping wasn't required.
Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't that firm, which was the only reason that it happened where it happened.
Oh yeah.
Because I just got in there, but it was knowing. So I had woken up multiple times throughout the night with it's that sharp and light and loud pain. That's just like, you're sick. You're going to have either you're going to puke or you're going to have a real, like the Hershey squirts. It's going to be one of those, you just know it's coming. So I kept going in and back to my room, and eventually I just got to a hot shower, and I was like, I'm here for a specific reason. I know what I'm about to do. And, I had to do it. I had to evacuate.
Oh my gosh.
And I've only told my brother about that.
Hey, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just praying for it to be over.
Yeah. But home shower.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Walking out of that, because I ended it with cold water because it was such an emotionally traumatic experience. I felt like the Terminator. Yeah. Like walking out of that, I felt like I had just been put together piece by piece. It was great. Which is kind of, it goes hand in hand with like my philosophy of vomit. Yeah. Which is you never feel better than right after, you throw up. Like your whole body feels good. That's what it felt like. Like I'd been born again.
You had an experience.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that absolutely counts. Yeah, I think anytime like the actual product hits the floor of the bathtub, it counts. Like stomping or otherwise. Yeah. Would you ever? So there is some people in the world who like instead of doing that, or instead of like stopping their shower and just going, they catch their poop and then they toss it into the toilet. So would you do that?
Nope.
Perfect.
I don't think I could.
I'm yet to meet someone who's like, actually, that's not a bad idea. I don't know who it's for, but
so they're in the bathroom and they're just practicing their threes.
They're like, it's like I don't want to get out of the shower.
Oh, in the shower.
Yeah, but I don't want to like mess up the floor of my shower, so I'm gonna just kind of try to catch it and. But
I still wouldn't do it, but that did make it more realistic.
A little bit better. Okay.
Yeah. Like, if I'm in the shower.
I don't know if I have the confidence of hitting the bowl.
It depends on your bathroom layout.
I wouldn't do it, but like even if I was at that point, I'd be so scared.
Yeah.
Because then like if I don't, then I've got something on the floor, and I mean my wife could just walk in. Yeah. And then the jig's up. Like, we're
everything's over.
What's that? Well,
yeah, even by an inch, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you hit it, it's
break away.
It's too much.
I wouldn't put it past my younger self. Back in the days of foldable chair with full course meal. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past me, but I'm a changed man.
Yeah, that's what I say. You're swapping the toilet paper over nowadays. Yeah. Do you have any bathroom pet peeves? Things that just drive you up a wall?
If you have a mat, like what is it, a shower mat? Yeah. When you step out of the shower. Yeah. And you aren't taking care of it, that's an issue. Okay. Especially if you're like an adult.
What's taking care of it look like?
If it's sopping wet all the time. Okay. If it's smells. If you lift it up and there's a visible line where it's been sitting in the rest of the bathrooms.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
No, you got to take care of the shower mat if you have one. You also, I think everyone should have a shower mat.
Yes.
Because if you don't have a shower mat, I think it's the most insane thing. We just don't account for where water goes. Yeah. Because not everybody has the bathrooms that actually slope down out of the shower and go to a drain.
Right.
So if you don't have a shower mat, you're either wasting a towel, using your own towel, which is wasting a towel, potentially reusing your towel after wiping your water up, or you're just leaving the water there, which is the worst thing ever.
All
to step
of them
in
are
water.
bad.
Yeah. There's no good. So you need to have one and you need to take care of it.
Yeah.
That's my hot bath.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's a good take. I was curious because there's some people like every time they're done showering, and I'm kind of this guy, but I forget, but they lift it up and they hang it.
Over the shower?
Yeah, or over the bathtub side.
Oh, yeah.
And I often forget, and I was curious if that's what you meant. But yeah, if
it's specifically the pad that you're walking out on.
Ooh, yeah, that's got to be. That's almost more egregious than like a towel that's getting weird.
And I don't even mind if you have a towel that gets weird, or if you just have to throw a towel down as like a shower. Yeah. That's fine. Just take care of it, or else you're gonna just
deal with it.
You're living in a terrible, terrible place. Like it's not a world where people are happy when you don't have a shower.
Oh, especially if you walk in with sock foot.
Oh my goodness!
And just step on that, it's like. I'm done.
It's the worst.
I'm taking the rest of the day. Wow. Do you kind of back to the top with toilet paper? How many sheets? And I know you said the wipe thing, like you're using wipes, but how many sheets do you use? This is kind of a.
I used to be pretty diehard on trying to keep it to like under 10 squares, like have and like total. Yeah. Like I used to try and fully optimize, but. In my long 21 years of life, I've come to a point where I've decided a few things. One of which is I'm just going to be diligent, but not measure. Yeah. So I haven't counted the last time.
Hey, there you go.
Like I can't remember the last time I counted. But in terms of just squares, it's got to be around 12 squares.
Oh, yeah, that's reasonable.
12 squares. Because I like to take 3, fold them in half, so it's 1.5's length.
Yeah.
And then usually if it's only one ply, now it's double or whatever. Yeah. And then use that.
Yeah. Very cool.
Efficiently.
Yeah. Well, I have personally no further questions. Where can folks, I know you and your brother have a couple different shows out there. Right. Where can folks find y'all and listen to your guys' stuff?
This camera.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Sean Evans
experience.
If
only. Yeah.
I am one of the now 4 co-hosts.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
On Under the Influence of Jesus, the official Christian Influence podcast.
Very cool.
It's super fun. You can find it anywhere you find podcasts. Yeah. Discord, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that.
Yep.
And then I play a character named Edivard on the Of Lore and Legend, Dungeons and Dragons, Real Play, Christian D&D podcast.
That's awesome.
I got to get out the full title or else I lose my position. We're the number 1 when you search Christian D&D podcast.
Really?
At least when I was in Mexico.
Yeah. Of
Lore and Legend is the very top.
That's phenomenal.
Which is niche. Yeah. Christians that play D&D, but we're at the top.
That's super cool. I confess, I've listened to one episode and I have the rest ready. They're a little longer form.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I've got to save these because I don't want to listen to half and come back.
Yes.
There's something about it for me. I lose the thread.
Yeah. I like to listen to the long form content when I know that I'm going to sit down and do something.
Yep.
And then I'll finish that episode.
Yep. Yeah. Well, very good. Anywhere else you want to, if it's even just you and your...
It's my Instagram page. Who's that again? Yeah, who's that again?
Sweet.
That's my Instagram page.
Sweet.
I never post.
Hey, that's fine.
I barely even am on there. But listen to Under the Influence. Yeah. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a great fun. Now I'm talking directly to the audience, listener, you. And Christian Influence, the Discord that hosts all that media. ChristianInfluence.com or .xyz. All the information's there. It's a great little area if you play video games and stuff to get to know people. We want to have you on the podcast. We got to get you on.
Hey, whenever y'all can, I'll put links in the little like ding dong thing.
Oh yeah.
No, I'd love to do that. I I know Jerry mentioned it too, but
we just started filming, so we have
You're
video.
filming.
Have you seen the set yet?
I haven't.
I gotta show you.
Okay, yeah. I thought about venturing into that world. I'm like, that is a bridge for me. I don't know. There's something. Yeah. Well, plus I can't. There's no way for me to have a studio.
Yeah. I mean, the magic that you have captured with this is like, it's, you know, you can feel it. The people, the ambiance, it is just the white noise when listening.
Yeah.
That Dole fan and those echoes. Yeah. It's great. You built a product here.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Well, do you have any like parting bathroom wisdom that you want to leave people with before I do the shameful like dog going to the bathroom in the backyard part, which is where I close it?
I've just been kind of breaking wind lately.
Yeah.
Just don't let people.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Just
nobody really knows. Even if, because how many times have you just smelled something bad and then moved on with your life? Yeah. If you just don't point it out,
it's
and
fine.
This is one of those new things I've learned about myself. And my brother's been ridiculing me for it. But if I'm in a crowd of people or I'm doing my job, I'm done kind of finding a service room to produce gas.
Yeah.
I'm just letting it go.
Let it go.
Don't draw attention to it. Just let it go. Nobody will call you out. You have my guarantee.
There you go. Hey, that's wisdom. Well, I'm gonna close this out. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. It's been a blast.
Yeah, I'm glad we could do this. We'll have to. I'm looking forward to whether it's me coming back up for y'all stuff or doing another one day. I don't know, but
I'll never be able to be in this bathroom without thinking that I'm on a set.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, you can follow us at Privycast. Send us an email, privycast@gmail.com. Leave us a rating or review. I'm not going to explain it, but y'all can go do that. Thanks, Kevin MacLeod, for the use of your music. And this has been another episode of Privy. Thank you so much for joining us. Keep pooping in the free world. And now, as always, don't forget to flush. That's the wet right there. When your brother said he actually got wet on his backside last time, that was what did it.
Did you get it again?
I didn't learn my lesson, so we'll see.